Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft train tutorial. Today, we're going to be building Chessie number 2101, the Chessie System Steam Special. I've recently had a request to do this locomotive. This was a specially painted steam train that carried a whole passenger train and toured the country years ago. I actually saw this train when I was a child. But this one did present an interesting challenge, for I've never done a steam engine before. So this was kind of a prototype. I'm not 100% happy with it, but it was a first attempt and we're going to go with it here. So let's get right into the build. Our first step is to do the plow. So take out a polished blackstone stair and we're going to come right in the middle of the tracks and put one in the center. Then we're going to come behind that with a polished blackstone slab and put 3 of them across the bottom of the rails behind it. On the outsides of that, forward-facing stairs on either side. Then on that middle block, another slab, and then above that, another 2 slabs to raise it up by another full block. Spin around with a dark oak stair and put it this way to be the coupler. Then, coming off that middle block on either side, on the lower hitbox of it, 1 slab on either side. Then we'll come around behind here and put a full row of 5 slabs across the top. So it looks like that. We'll come underneath here and we're going to extend this out so it's a full column of 2 blocks. Then behind that on top, another row of 5 polished blackstone slabs coming across. And we'll extend that middle up so it's 2 blocks like that. Then we'll do our wheels, so get a block of netherite on each rail on the next block behind it with an end rod axle. This is for the pilot. Then we're going to take a blackstone slab, 2 rows coming across the middle, 3 wide just like that. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then we're going to put a polished blackstone button on the outside of the wheels, and same thing on this side. Then come back up here with a polished blackstone slab, and we're going to put 1 behind this on top on each corner. So 1 there and 1 there. Then we'll put a 2x2 of coal on the middle of this pilot here. After that, we're going to put 2 blackstone slabs on the sides above the pilot next to the coal here. After that, take out a block of andesite and put 2 of them above the coal. Then we're going to extend it 1 block out behind it and 1 block out in front of it. Then, after that, come up another row of 4 and extend it out 1 to the side here and 1 to the side here. Then we're going to fill this whole rectangle in with andesite, and then on top a row of 4 down the middle. Then we'll take out andesite stairs, a row of 4 facing outward here, 4 facing outward here, then come underneath and upside down facing outward down here, and then upside down outward on this side as well. Then come underneath this on the side of the coal block, put a polished blackstone wall here and another one on this side. Now take out an oak stair, put 1 here, and we need to get 2 of them coming up. So there's a little staircase right here. You'll have to put a temporary block in. We're using oak because we don't have yellow slabs and stairs, unfortunately. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Get 2 stairs rising up like this. And actually we're going to add a 3rd stair coming up on each side here. So another stair over here as well. Now we'll do the main piston, so take a polished blackstone block coming off that wall there. And then we'll put another block underneath it and another column of 2 behind it. Then we'll swing around, do that same thing on the other side. So a block here, 1 down, and another column of 2. Now take a warp button and put 2 of them on the front of those pistons. Same thing over here. And actually, we're going to take that top button out just so we can make this staircase look a little better. Put upside down stairs coming up like that under the staircase, just so it has a smoother angle. We'll do the same thing here. So we got to take out this button, upside down stair here and here. Now we'll do our driving wheels. So take a polished blackstone block, and we need to come down on the rails and get one on the third block back here. And this is a 484, so there's going to be 4 driving wheels on each side of the locomotive. So we delete the ones we used for placement, and we're going to turn this into a plus shape of polished blackstone for the first driving wheel. Then we need to skip a block of space and another plus shape. Then same thing, skip a block of space and we'll do another plus shape. That's 3, one more to go. Skip another block of space and do a 4th plus shape. Now we're going to take polished blackstone stairs and we're going to round off all the corners of these plus shapes. So upside down stairs this way here, upside down this way on all of these ones. Then we'll come and do the top. So stairs facing this way here, and stairs facing this way here. So now we have the 4 driving wheels on this side of the locomotive. Now back to polished blackstone block on this side, and we'll bring the center across to the rail on this side, so there's an axle on all 4 wheels. Then going off these center blocks, we'll turn all these into plus shapes on this side. I'm going to do all the bottoms at once so I don't have to keep going up and down. And then just make all 4 of these into the plus shapes. Then we'll switch to polished blackstone stairs and do the same thing we did on the other side. We got to round off all these wheels. So going that way here, going this way on this side of all the wheels. Then we'll do the bottom, so come underneath. Upside down facing this way for these corners of all the wheels. Then spin around and upside down facing this way for all these corners on all 4 wheels. Now we'll do our driving rods, so we're going to take out a diorite slab. And we're going to come off the bottom of this piston here and start bringing a row of slabs back across the outsides of these wheels. When we get to this 4th wheel back, we're going to stop in the middle of the wheel here. Then we're going to come to this front driving wheel here, and we're going to knock out the slab on the very back of the first driving wheel. We'll replace that with a diorite stair facing this way. Then, starting in that middle above that, we'll put more diorite slabs so it looks like that. Then, we got to come and do the same thing on the other side of the locomotive here. So back to diorite slabs up here, coming off the bottom of the piston. And we're going to bring it all the way back here. And we'll stop in the center of the rear driving wheel. Then we'll come back up here and knock out this first block on the end of the first driving wheel, put in a stair, and then 3 slabs across the top like that. Now all of our driving rods are done. Then come up here on this first driving wheel, and in the center, put a block of coal. Then we're going to run a line of coal blocks all the way down this middle, and we'll stop in the center of the rear driving wheel. Then come back up to the front here with a polished blackstone block, and starting off this middle one on the andesite, start running polished blackstone block all the way down to the back of this here. We'll stop at the back of these driving wheels for now. Then we'll come back up and we're going to take out a polished blackstone stair, and we're going to run a row of upside down polished blackstone stairs all the way down the side of the blocks we just placed. And then the same thing on this side, upside down outward facing polished blackstone stairs coming all the way back up this side. Right till it reaches the andesite. Then back to polished black stone block, and we're going to make a column of 2 coming all the way down both sides. Then on top, a full row of polished black stone blocks coming right down the middle. Then, on the outside edges of this, polished black stone stairs facing outward, coming all the way down the side. Same thing over here. Full row of polished black stone stairs facing outward. Now we'll go ahead and come on down behind this, and we're going to work on the trailing set of wheels here. So we're going to come behind here with a block of netherite, and we're going to skip 2 blocks behind this and get a block of netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Then in front of it, we're going to put a row of black stone slabs coming 5 across the rails. Then on this side of it, 2 rows of 5 black stone slabs coming across the rails. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Then 1 more row of 5 black stone slabs. Then on the outside edge of the truck, on top, we're going to run a row of slabs from back to front like that. Same thing over on this side. Then we're going to take out a grindstone, and we're going to hang an upside down grindstone in front of each wheel. And in front of each wheel over on this side as well. Then on the top middle of this truck, we're going to run a column of 2 coal blocks all the way down the center of this truck. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to extend out this boiler section by another 2 blocks here. So 2 polished black stone there. And then just copy it all around. 2 upside down stairs on each side facing outward. Then 2 polished black stone blocks on each side. Blocks down the middle, and outward facing stairs on each side on top. Now we're going to work on the firebox section here, and the first thing we're going to do is come on top of this line of coal blocks here, and we're going to extend another row of coal coming down that to the back. Then we're going to take out black stone stairs behind this boiler, and we need to get them right side up. And I was having some trouble deciding how long I wanted to make this. For now, we're going to have it 3 blocks long. We'll do the same thing over here. Then we're going to take out black stone slabs. We'll put a row of slabs underneath here. And then on the back 2, we extended down another row of slabs. And actually I am going to extend it back another block. So 2 slabs and a stair. Then we'll come work on this side, so we'll add another stair here. Then a full row of slabs under it. And the back 3, get another row. Now we're going to take an oak slab, since we don't have yellow, and come off the top of these stairs on the front here. And we're going to bring a row of slabs all the way back. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And we're actually going to come on back and knock off these end ones here. Then we're going to take a polished black stone block and come 2 off the side on the end coal block on top here. Then we're going to raise it up by 1 on each side, and then we'll bring the boiler back to here. So 2 rows of polished black stone here, fill in this middle on top. Then we got to get polished black stone stairs again, and continue the stairs down the side on each side on top here. Now we'll work on the cab. We're actually going to come here and knock off these top corner ones, and we're going to replace it with an oak wood plank. Same thing on this side. Just the stripe continues down the cab and gets bigger. Then polished blackstone. We're going to extend it out another 3 on the side. Same thing over there. And we'll fill in this whole bottom to be the floor of the cab. Then we're going to continue the line of oak planks down each side here. Then above it, red nether brick, coming 4 down each side of the cab. Then we're going to put a polished blackstone in each corner, and cyan stained glass panes for the side windows. Now we're going to come down on the side of the cab underneath it here with a polished blackstone stair, and on the front one an upside down stair facing that way, and then 3 polished blackstone blocks behind it. Knock out these 2 in the middle and replace them with yellow concrete for the locomotive number. We'll do the same thing over here. So an upside down stair here, 3 polished blackstone blocks, and knock out these middle ones and replace them with yellow concrete. Then we're going to swing around and come underneath the bottom of the cab here, and we're going to bring out that column of 2 coal all the way to the end of the cab. Now we're going to take a grindstone underneath here for an air tank. We're going to start just in front of where that firebox is, and we're going to put 5 sideways grindstones. We got to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll come over here, same thing underneath these slabs, just in front of the firebox. Here I was checking to make sure I have it lined up right. 5 sideways grindstones here. And actually the firebox ain't quite looking right to me, so we're going to extend it out by another block. So blackstone slabs here and here, and then 1 forward like that. So it kind of has this nice slope to it. We'll do the same thing over here. So fill this in with blackstone slabs, then this row, and then bring the top all the way forward like this. And I'm not liking this gap right here, so I'm going to come underneath in the middle and put a column of 2 coal to fill that in. Now take out a nether brick fence for some piping detail here. Put 1 behind those grindstones, 1 in front, and we're going to extend a row of fences forward till it's above the middle of that second driving wheel. And then of course we got to do the same thing over here. So 1 behind here, 1 in front, and extend it forward to the middle of that second driving wheel. Then above here between these front 2 wheels, a single grindstone. Then we're going to take out a polished blackstone wall to be the tubing that connects the boiler to the piston. So right under here we're going to put a polished blackstone wall connected to that piston. Then we do the same thing over here. So a wall here, and then a grindstone in between these 2 wheels here. Then in front of this grindstone, 3 regular blackstone walls. And we'll come do the same thing over here. So in front of the grindstone, 3 regular blackstone walls. Now come in front of the cab here on the top, and on the side we're going to knock out this first 3 of polished blackstone stairs here. Same thing here. We're going to replace that with polished blackstone blocks. Then above that we're going to put polished blackstone slabs. And we're going to make it so it's 1 layer high on the outside and 2 layers high in the middle, so it looks like that. Then we're going to come on the sides of the cab above the windows here with regular blackstone stairs. Run a row of outward facing stairs above the window. Same thing on this side. Then we're going to take out a regular blackstone block and we'll fill in this whole cab roof with blackstone block. Now on the top middle of this boiler, we're going to skip one block forward here in front of this little hump. Put a button, skip a block forward, a flower pot. In front of that, a polished blackstone slab. Then skip another block forward, and on the outside edges, we're going to knock out 3 stairs. Same thing on this side. Replace those stairs with a polished blackstone block, and then above that, a single layer of polished blackstone slabs. And actually, we're going to extend this steam dome one more forward. So knock out the stairs, replace them with blocks and slabs on top. So that's 4 blocks long now. Now skip 2 blocks in front of that, knock out a single stair on each side and replace them with blocks, and a single row of slabs on top of that. Now come on this front section, knock out this 3rd middle block back, and put a sole campfire in it. Then we're going to take an andesite slab and we're going to get 2 slabs stacked above it here to be our funnel, because slabs are impervious to the smoke, so now our engine actually has smoke coming out of it. Then 1 single andesite slab in front of that. Then we're going to put a temporary block in the middle here and upside down stairs facing this way on either side. Delete the temporary block, and we need to get a right side up stair facing this way in the middle. Hang a bell off that middle one. Then we're going to take out a dark oak sign for our locomotive number. And the number for this one is 2101. Same thing on the other side here. Then we'll go ahead and hit those with white dye so the numbers show up a little bit better. Now we'll do the main headlight, so we're going to take a block of glowstone and put it in the center like this. Under it, a blackstone slab. Then we're going to take dark oak trapdoors and surround the rest of the headlight with trapdoors so it looks like this. It kind of really sticks out here, so that's why I didn't use a lantern or item frames with glowstone. Under it on that slab, we put another sign with 2101 because there's another number plate down there. And hit that number plate with white dye so the number shows up better. Now come under this on this pilot, and we're going to fill in the middle with 2 rows of 3 polished blackstone block here. Then we're going to take out end rods, and we're going to put one on each corner like this. And then we're going to stack it so those end rods are too high. Then across here, that one's a mistake. We're going to get 3 end rods coming sideways across the front. Then we're going to turn here and put a row of 3 polished blackstone slabs across the top of this, and we'll attach oak signs to it. On the first sign, we're going to type out Chessie. On the second sign, Steam. And on the third sign, Special. Now we'll move around here and come up on the side of the locomotive. And we're going to take out a red nether brick slab to be the red stripe coming down the side. And we're going to start right in front of where that first little dome is. So right here, and we're going to bring a row of red nether brick slabs all the way back until it meets up with the cab here. And then we'll come around and do the same thing on the other side, of course. So red nether brick slab right in front of where this first little dome is, and bring that all the way back to the cab on this side. Now we're going to come up on the front of the cab here with an end rod and start bringing it forward to represent this handrail that runs down the length of the boiler here. Just keep bringing a sideways row of end rods forward here. Just keep bringing it forward, and we're going to stop right here. And then we'll do the same thing on the other sides, so bring a row of end rod all the way forward. We stop right there, aligned with the smokestack. Now we're going to come on the side with some temporary blocks, and we're going to put a pattern just like this. We'll use these to place sideways warp fence gates to be the railing coming down. And then of course we'll do the same thing over here. So take out a temporary block, do that same pattern, and 3 sideways fence gates on top of these. Then delete the temporary blocks. Now, come back up here on top and put 2 iron trap doors right there. Then we're going to come to the roof of the cab with our iron trap doors. We're going to put a row of 3 right there. Now we're going to come inside the cab and do the firebox. And there's 2 ways to do this. In this gap here, we could just put 2 campfires. But if you don't like the look of the wood on bottom of that, we can do it another way as well. We can take the campfires back out and then knock out the 2 blocks underneath from it. And then we can fill those 2 holes with nether brick and then use a flint and steel to light it on fire. We'll put a trapdoor to close off the firebox here. And we'll put another polished black stone brick across here. Then we'll take a stone brick wall for some piping, put one up in this corner here. We'll put a lever, 2 of them right there for the engineer, some item frames with compasses to be all the gauges, and another wall down in that corner, and another lever up there. So now we have some different controls for the steam locomotive, and you can open the firebox. There I accidentally placed a lever in there, so I gotta get a flint and steel to relight that fire. Now it's fixed. Now we'll put in some stairs here to be seats. Whatever stairs look best to you there. And now the interior of the cab's done. Now we'll do the coupler, so turn around with a dark oak stair and stack it up till it's connected. And put another one going this way, because we're going to do the tender as well. Then we're going to take out a dark oak fence gate to be the airline. Come underneath here and put it under the coupler like that. And actually we're going to extend it all the way forward so it looks like it connects. And we're going to fill in this gap of 3 under here with a stone brick wall. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So come around this side, put 3 stone brick walls up in there. And now we're going to work on the tender. So take out a polished black stone block. Come behind here and we're going to get it connected up on that coupler here. And then we're going to turn this into a 3x3 of polished black stone block. On the outsides of it, polished black stone stairs right side up, coming like that, so there's a stairway to get up. Same thing here. Make sure all the stairs are right side up. Now we're going to come in this gap here, put 2 temporary blocks right in here like this. And we're going to fill in these holes in the middle right here with polished black stone. Then we're going to put 2 sideways fence gates here for connected air hoses and water lines. We'll do the same thing here, so 2 temporary blocks and 2 sideways fence gates. Then we're going to come up here and we're actually going to extend this cab out 1 more block. So 2 polished black stone on each side like this. Then oak wood planks. Then red nether brick. Then we're going to knock out these black stones and extend our cyan stained glass 1 more. Then above those, polished black stone on each side. Then on top, a black stone stair facing outward on each side. And black stone blocks across the top. Then fill in the floor with 3 polished black stone. Then we're going to take out an iron trap door here. We're going to put an iron trapdoor across this gap so there's a walkway between the tender and the locomotive. Now come behind here on the tender, skip one block back, and get netherite on each rail to be our wheels. Put an end rod in between them for an axle. Then on the upper hip box, we're going to make 2 rows of 5 slabs coming all the way across the rails here. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then another 2 rows of 5 slabs coming all the way across here. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. And then behind that, a single row of 5 slabs coming across. We'll come back up in this gap and we'll put a single row of 5 slabs here too. Then we're going to come down the outside edge of the truck on top with a full row of slabs coming from the front all the way to the back. Same thing over on this side. Start at the front and run a line of slabs all the way down to the back here. Then we're going to take polished blackstone block and fill in this top middle 3 above the truck and bring it down to the end of this truck here. Stop at the end of it for now. Then we're going to take red nether brick block on the outside, start here, and we're going to start coming back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then looking at it here, I'm actually going to extend it back by 1 more block, so it's 21 blocks long. So put 1 more red nether brick here. Then we'll work on the next truck, so get out your netherite. We're going to come 1 block in from the end of this, netherite on each rail with an end rod axle. Behind it here on the upper hip box, a row of 5 blackstone slabs. Then get around underneath here in front of it, and we're going to make 2 rows of 5 blackstone slabs on the upper hip box. Then another set of netherite wheels with an end rod axle. Then back to blackstone slab on the upper hip box and another 2 rows of 5 coming out to each side of the rails. Finally, 1 more set of wheels here, so netherite on each rail again with an end rod axle, and a single row of 5 slabs coming across in front of it here. Then we'll go ahead and take our slabs and run a row sideways coming from the front of the truck all the way down to the back of the truck here. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So a full row of slabs from front to back here. Once we have that, we're going to come on the bottom of the side here and hang an upside down grindstone in front of each and every wheel on both of these trucks. Then come over and we'll do the same thing over here. So on the side in front of every wheel we hang an upside down grindstone. So 3 here and 3 in front of the wheels on this truck down here. Then we can come back in this middle here, switch back to polished blackstone block, and continue filling this middle 3 above the trucks in. And we'll bring it all the way down to the end here. Now, take out a dark oak stair to be a coupler and get it stacked up to the second block here like this. Delete the one used for placement and put a dark oak fence gate under it for an airline. Then we'll come up back to the front here with red nether brick blocks, and we'll do our red nether brick stripe coming down the length of the tender on this side. So start at the front and just bring it all the way down here. Right to the back. Now come up in front of the tender here with a polished blackstone block. We're going to start in this front corner and we're going to put a row of 5 polished blackstone. Same thing on this side. Then above that, starting from the front, we're going to do a row of 4. Just like that. In those corners, we're going to put yellow concrete on each side. And then on each side, we're going to bring a row of 2 yellow concrete all the way to the back. Then we're going to come up back to the front of the tender here with our yellow concrete. And we're going to start on top right here with yellow and bring a single row of yellow all the way down the length of the tender here, and do that on both sides. Then above that, we're going to put a single row of red nether brick blocks going from end to end, and then do the same thing on this side. Now we're going to come up on the front of the tender here. We're going to put a forward-facing polished blackstone stair on top like that. And then we're going to fill in this middle here. So we're going to switch over to a polished blackstone block. And we're going to fill in all of this middle till it's that same height. Then we'll bring our stairs all the way across the front like this. Then in front of that, in this gap, we're going to put a 3x3 of polished blackstone. Then we're going to take out an iron trapdoor here. And we're going to extend these iron trapdoors out by 1 more so they reach the sides. Then come on the side right here, and we're going to knock out this C-shaped pattern here. And we're going to fill it with coal for the Chessie logo. Then we'll come around and do the other side here. So back here, we're going to make it 1 block forward from the back. So knock out your C shape here and fill it with coal. Now we need to make letter banners, so get out a loom and come into it. A yellow banner with black dye. We put a vertical on the left, a vertical on the right, and a horizontal in the middle. New banner. Vertical on the left, horizontal on bottom, horizontal on top, horizontal in the middle. New banner. Horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, and a diagonal. New banner. Horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom, vertical in the middle. New banner. Diagonal going this way, then a diagonal going that way. Then we're going to switch to yellow dye, and we're going to fill in the bottom right corner with yellow dye. New banner, back to black dye. We're going to put a vertical in the middle, horizontal on top. New banner. Vertical on the left, vertical on the right, upside down triangle on top. Then we're going to switch to yellow dye, and we're going to take all these letter banners that we just made, and we're going to put a yellow border around every single one of them here. And now we'll put our lettering on the side of the tender, so starting in front of this C shape, just use our banners to spell out Chessie system. Make sure you put a block of space between the words here. Then we'll go over and spell it out on the other side as well. So same thing, start right in front of that C, and use the banners to spell out Chessie system. Make sure you have a block of space between it, and there should be just enough room for it. Now we're going to come on the front top of the tender here, and we're going to switch back to a polished blackstone stair. And we're going to run a row of 7 coming down the length of the tender here, facing outward. Then on the 8th one, we turn it this way and come across. Then we turn this way and fill this in. Then this whole square gap here, we're going to fill with coal. Then behind that section, we're going to take polished blackstone slabs and we're going to fill in the entire rest of the top of this tender with polished black stone slabs. Then we'll fill in the end of this open area with polished black stone blocks till it's all filled in. Then we'll take out a ladder here, and we're going to run a ladder up each side of the back of the tender. Then we'll take out a block of glowstone, put it right here for a rear light. Put a polished black stone slab directly underneath it. Then we'll surround the rest of this light with dark oak trapdoors. And there we have it, folks. We finally completed Chessie 2101, the Chessie System Steam Special, and its tender. Like I said, I'm not 100% happy with it, but this was the first time I've ever built a steam locomotive. I was not very experienced with it like I am with diesel trains. I might build another steamer at some point in the future, but it's not going to be very often. This one was very challenging to build. With all the trial and error, and then all the editing because of the trial and error, it probably took me about 6 hours to produce this video. So I hope everyone likes it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there.